Another go, my knight?
We are done for now.
Very well.
Next week I may need you again.
If you are still around by then.
What do you know?
We women know everything, Capitan.
Twice in 1 week, cousin? Huh?
Are you actually chastising me, cabron?
I'm just saying you need variety. That one is good, but she's not that good.
She reminds me of someone. What news from Castile, Santi?
It looks like our young king is learning how to be king. After he executed those 3 rebel leaders last week, the comuneros have started surrendering.
And the queen?
She is still being held by the rebels, along with the princess.
Enemies everywhere. And we are stuck with a commander who keeps making us do marching drills. While the south rebels, the north is unprotected, and the cursed French know it. It is only a matter of time before they attack.
We shall know soon enough. Our spy returns from Viana tomorrow.
What is your wager, Santi? 2,000-3,000 men at our doorstep by the week's end?
You sound almost excited to see them.
We are soldiers, Santi, not guards. For 3 years, we've done nothing except throwing drunks in jail. We were meant for more than this.
And to prove that, you are willing to die.
How would you like your death to be?
Peaceful. I would like to die in my sleep, in the arms of, oh, my beautiful wife. If I ever find one. And you? How would you want to die?
In battle. And before I take my final breath, I wish to look my brother in the eye and say, see, I too am a Loyola.
Martin will never let you have the last word. Never. You think too much, Inigo. You think too much. Drink more. Think less.
Above all, a knight needs 3 things. A god to serve, a king to obey, and a lady to protect from all who would harm her. At any hour, day or night, he must be ready. You may be good, assassin, but I am better. Did I not tell you? Death comes to all who dare threaten my lady, the Princess Catalina.
Who threatens me? Who are you talking to?
No, what is here, Your Highness? I was just practicing. I beg your forgiveness. Did I disturb Your Highness' slumber?
Not at all. I could not sleep, so I decided to look for the library.
Unfortunately, Your Highness, the library has been removed to make way for the new aviary.
Oh, that's a shame. It falls to you to entertain me then, sir.
Ignacio de Loyola, Your Highness. Not a sir. I'm just a humble soldier of the Duke of Nájera. And I fear not a very good entertainer, Your Highness.
Inigo, it is the middle of the night, and there is nobody here to impress with your protocol. So please, call me Catalina.
Very well, my lady Catalina.
I heard you speaking to someone.
Just a figment of my imagination. It is a technique my father taught me. Always visualize your opponent as if he were flesh and blood before you.
It seems your father is a fine swordsman. Do you really use those elaborate movements in battle?
It has often proved useful, Your Highness.
It's almost like you were dancing.
Half of what I know of sword fighting, I learned from dancing.
You are a dancer?
I used to be a page in Arevalo. It was in our training.
Perfect. Now I know how you can entertain me. Now, impress me, Ignacio de Loyola.
Forgive me, Your Highness. That was not proper of me.
I forbid you to think that.
Yes, my lady, but I must insist.
I know. Kneel, Loyola. No one will know about this, and no one will remember, except you and me. Tonight, I bind thee to myself as my knight, my hidden protector. Now swear to guard my life and my honor, as long as you live.
I swear.
This is my last night in this castle. I return to the Queen's household at dawn. If we never meet again, promise that you will think kindly of me, my knight, and serve my kingdom well.
I would die for you.
For my sake, do not.
Where am I?
You are home and alive. Thanks be to God. Drink this.
That is disgusting.
Be glad you are still alive to complain about it. The doctors were not at all hopeful.
I had a dream about him. He told me I would live.
And on his feast day, somebody is watching over you.
What does he look like?
The doctors are hopeful that you will walk again, Inigo. Someday. But nobody goes through cannon fire unscathed.
What is that?
Not unscathed, Inigo. Be glad you came back in better shape than your brother Juan.
Maybe. But he came back a hero.
A dead hero. Drink your tonic.
Why do you wear that uniform if you are not fit to be a soldier of Castile? You cannot defend me with that leg. You're useless. Be gone from my sight, you cripple.
I knew it from the start. You are not worthy of that sword. And of our name.
Are you all right, Inigo?
Get me a surgeon! Now!
Are you sure? Okay, holding.
The doctor says it will be 2 months until you can venture outside.
This tower is my prison until then.
It will be hard. But you must try to find things to fill your time. Your servant brought this here. You may also find these interesting.
You found the books? The Adventures of Amadis?
No, Inigo, I'm sorry. I had Julian go to every nobleman's house from here to Donostia, but he could not find it. These here are the only books in the entire house.
The life of Christ. The lives of the saints. Hermana, only my brother Pedro will find this interesting. He's the priest, not me.
I also found this in the pocket of your uniform. I thought to save it.
It has been washed.
It had to be. It was soaked in your blood.
It has been 3 months since the knight was injured in battle. And one thing is clear. There is nothing more crushing to the spirit than the partnership of pain and boredom. And of course, he would dream of her. His lady, his sweet Catalina. What he would give to be by her side, to serve her and die for her. These dreams would always end with the painful truth that a life with her was impossible. Not with this leg. Not with this fate. These thoughts of all he had lost made him descend into torment, anguish, and despair. The lives of the saints. On these pages immortalized are the lives of the holy ones of God. These knights of heaven whose hands have wrought great deeds in the name of the Almighty. The knights of heaven. To his surprise, our knight found himself enraptured by these tales, marveling at the courage and noble deeds of the great saints. It is one thing for a soldier to be brave, facing a foe with a sword in your hand. It is quite another to face hunger and humiliation with nothing but your faith in the providence of an unseen God. How is it that you can do this, Francisco? To give up your tremendous riches for a life of begging for scraps from the very people you used to call your servants.
You ask the wrong question, friend. How is not important. There is only why. Because it is what my Lord had done. What are the riches I gave up compared to the riches of heaven?
Your faith in God is far greater than mine.
It is not my faith that is great, but my God.
Could you not do the same?
These thoughts were different. They did not turn his heart dark. Rather, they left him basking in a radiant and lasting joy. Here, maybe, was where his true desires lay. Could he do the same? To trust as they did in God? To swear fealty and loyalty to the greatest king of all? That night, he made a decision. That night, he found his dream.
A what?
A pilgrim. He wants to go to Jerusalem and beg his way there, like the holy pilgrims of old.
But he's a Loyola. We cannot allow this. What will people say? It's like that. Never mind. I will take care of this the way we always have. Between brothers.
Here we are, just like old times.
A little drier than old times.
What are you talking about? This is perfect. We're together again. Mesonero! Mesonero! Yes, wine and bosoms. Welcome, my lord. Come on.
Carmen, Carmen, you look beautiful tonight.
It has been so long.
We miss your handsome faces. Where have you been?
He's been to war.
Me too.
Were you injured?
Oh, yes. But nothing that a good round of hip exercise cannot loosen up. Oh, he's in dire need of medical attention.
Anna is a very good nurse.
So, let us not waste more time. Let's go to the healing room with him.
Okay.
Come on. To
Let's
the
go.
healing room.
Let's go.
Please. I do not wish to.
Are you all right, my lord?
Let us just, please, just sit and be quiet, all right? Let my brothers finish and then we can leave. I'll pay you the same.
As you wish, my lord.
So you've been doing this long?
Long enough. You were my third customer back in the day, my lord, if you remember.
And do they treat you well here?
Better than at home, I can't complain.
At home?
My father was a drunkard, my mother was a slut. They beat me, both of them. I have forgotten most of it.
I'm sorry about that. It must have been hard.
It got better after my father died. When I moved here, I had nothing on my feet. Now I have a bit of money saved. I make dresses.
You made this dress?
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. One day I'll go off and become a seamstress or something. Something respectable. It's my dream.
And why not now?
Why not now?
Yes?
Yeah, why not now?
Are you all right?
Yes, yes, my lord. Sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry.
You are the first person I have spoken to in a long time that does not want me to get naked and then leave. I don't know if I can live this life. When I look into the mirror, all I see is a whore.
What is your name?
Anna.
Anna. Do you know that the Blessed Virgin's mother was named Anna?
I know the stories.
Then you must know that some of the Lord's closest friends were prostitutes.
Mm-hmm.
Anna, could you try something for me?
Yes, my lord.
Could you see if you can imagine Jesus sitting in that chair?
In that chair right there?
Yes. Can you imagine it? Just try. Take your time.
He's looking at me. And he's smiling. A very kind smile. And he's looking at me like he's been doing it for all my life.
And what is he saying to you?
That he understands me. That he loves me. That he does not care where I've been, he just cares where I'm going.
Does that make you happy?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I'm okay. I'm perfect.
Looks like tonight did you good, brother.
More than you know.
My dear knight, nobody knows about this, and no one will remember, except us. I have been informed of the events at Salamanca by my friend and your sister, Doña Magdalena. I was sorry to hear of your injury at Pamplona, but I am heartened to know that you have taken up a new life, and that your heart is full. I must tell you that on the night we met in Valladolid, I looked for the library, for I meant to hurl myself out of the window and end my misery. The long years of imprisonment and ill treatment by my mother, it was too much for my young soul to bear, and I wanted a swift end to it all. But instead of death, I met a man of passion and fire, a knight in all but name, who knelt before me and said it would be an honor to die for me. At times, all it takes to save a life is for one person to clearly see what is precious in you. You saved my life, and you will save many more as a knight of God. You are his light, his fire. Do not forget. May your new lady, our Queen of Heaven, keep you strong and be always with you, as I could never be. Yours, always, Catalina.